What's it like to have self-worth, Nina?
Well, I don't have it in other categories.
Okay, cool.
So no, I'm a comedian. I'm not mentally well. I'm clearly mentally ill. There's nothing normal about speaking into a microphone on stage for strangers.
Yeah.
And being like, love me, validate me. Nothing normal about that.
Listening to you speak feels like a mirror.
Really?
Yeah.
I know, we have similar voices.
I just like, but just even what you're saying, I'm like, I've said those exact words. And I'm like, damn, is this what it looks like?
Wait.
We're like, are we okay?
Yeah. No, I think we are. Also, women, we're in a very small swath of the comedy population. We make up a very, very small, percentage.
Yeah.
You know, it's mostly male dominated, mostly fucking guys that look like this, you know?
Ugly.
Look, we didn't say it, you did, but now that we're there.
Yeah, break it down.
Okay, spill out all your insecurities at once. Tell us.
My earlobes.
Earlobes.
Oh my God, really? Let's see
The
them.
specificity.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, that was that. See, that fucked up my emotions right away. Bro,
Thank you for your honesty.
I posted a fucking TikTok over the summer, not about my ears, and one of the top comments was like, dude, holy fuck. This guy's got the heftiest earlobes. And
Hefty.
But
Yeah.
why is that bad? What if you dainty earlobes? I think either or. Anybody pointing out a random part of your body and saying anything about it feels awful.
I learned that there's a earlobe fetish community because people were like DMing me being like, I would suck on your earlobes.
Kinda hot,
Or they're
but-
like, gauge those. Please gauge those.
Gauge
Yeah.
those.
It's like,
And
no.
and did you
Ew.
say for $10,000 I'll let you gauge my ear?
I should have. I was like, dude, you can
You can
come over
whisper
and
sweet nothings into
you
it.
want to nibble on them. That's cool with me. Not into it, but if you are.
So it doesn't
Yeah.
that actually sounds like a good thing. So why are you self-conscious about somebody wanting to suck on those lobies?
No, that'd be great if they do, but that's a very niche community. They're hard to find.
Well, it sounds like they're not hard to find. Sounds like they're on TikTok.
You just,
Yeah, they are.
You found your
TikTok.
community, bro.
Yeah.
you just have to get into your DMs basically, and then you can procure all of your sexual partners through your DMs, which isn't toxic at all. You know?
Literally, if you just made a TikTok showing your earlobes and you're like, yo, where are my earlobe fetish bros and sisters at? Hit me in the DM.
Who wants to come on these lobes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
well, I know who does.
Who wants to put icing on the cake?
I can't imagine you just rocking fat plugs. That is hilarious to me.
that'd be so funny.
There was a point where those were in, I believe it was like the late 90s, early 2000s, and I could never understand why anybody would, not to malign people that have plugs, but I will. They're gross. They're disgusting.
Yeah,
when you
they're-
take them out, your fucking earlobes look like calamari.
It's odd.
It's bad.
They made a good comeback in like 2013. I remember people were doing them then.
That's such a random year.
I know. Were
What
you
happened
alive
in
then?
2013? What tragedy? What human tragedy happened in 2013? That people were like, you know what? Let me fuck up my earlobes.
Kesha had the world by the balls. She didn't do it, but she was probably said to.
I
do
like how
it.
you're a
This is Kesha's
historian.
fault. Yeah.
You're like a historian of the recent past. That's good. Well, guys, we have joining us today, Leah Lamarr. She is fucking hilarious. She looks fucking fantastic. She says she's tired. I don't believe her. She's literally glowing. So
Again, has nothing to do with how I look on the outside.
yeah, but but see me whenever I'm tired, I look in the mirror. I'm like, I look like a single mom with a few kids. I'm like I look tired. You don't look tired.
Thank you.
You look great.
Well, I had the energy to put my face on.
It looks great.
If I hadn't painted it, though, I would have looked like a crack addict begging for drugs on the street.
I look like Eileen Wuornos if I don't wear makeup. I look like it's like I look like a fucking female serial killer. It's
That's kind
bad.
of hot, to be honest.
Which serial killer
Yeah.
is
Like,
Eileen Wuornos?
What's rarer, a female comedian or a female serial killer?
Serial killer.
Yeah, so
Very
it's pretty
rare.
hot.
Eileen Wuornos. So there was a little movie called Monster starring Charlize Theron.
Okay.
Do you remember?
No eyebrows?
No eyebrows, crazy bitch, lured men. She was like a prostitute, lured men, and then would kill them in the woods. That's kind of my vibe
Yeah.
when I'm not wearing makeup. That's kind of it.
You have like a very strangulation by rope vibe for a guy.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
I could see you coming next to an oak tree.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Have you read my diary?
Yeah.
Well, Leah.
Wait, I'm sorry, Anne Frank, calm down.
Leah has extrapolated some questions from our listeners, and I'm very, very excited. So I think we should just dive into them.
Yeah. Let's dive pussy first.
Okay. Question number 1.
Mm.
Is it normal to scream louder than my girl during sex? Leah, please.
No. So let me just say this. there was this one time, and we'll use a fake name. Let's call him Eric. It's a pretty generic name. Okay. So there was this guy that I've been going on a couple dates with, and he really liked me. I was not that into him. And I wanted to like him because he kind of checked a lot of boxes, but it's just like I couldn't. He kind of complained a lot, which should have been my first indicator he's going to be weird in the bedroom. He had filed a lot of complaints. Okay. So I then date someone else for a year. And then after the breakup, I don't know if you guys have ever felt this way, that you're so horny. You just need to be touched by literally anyone that's not your vibrator.
Every day of my life.
I felt like my body was being electrocuted. Like I was lit up. Someone needs to touch this pussy or I'm going to die. Like I will explode, right? So I text this guy. Turns out he moved across the street from me, which let me just say in LA is rare. The fact that to walk to a booty call, that's hard to come by in LA. It's hard to come, period. But okay, so I march over to his apartment with a condom in my backpack, like I'm Dora the Explorer. And I get to his place, and again, he's so fucking annoying. He won't shut up.
What style of complaining are we talking about?
Well, he also had kind of like a whiny, he even had a whiny voice, and he was like, "Well, my job is," and I was like, "Oh God." And he was like, "Would you care?" He like wanted a glass of Chianti, and he was like,
"What? What is he, fucking Hannibal Lecter?"
And I was just like, "No, I'm just here for the dick, bro. Like I don't.
Can I have a glass of Chianti?
I don't need to get drunk to fuck you. I just need to get fucked right now." And he keeps complaining and talking. I guess whatever. I go in the bathroom. I look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, "Just leave. You really don't need this badly from someone who's kind of annoying." I come out and he's fully naked. I was like,
"What?
Thank you, Lord."
Psychotic. I don't know. That would terrify
Wait,
me.
he was standing or lying?
Did he have shoes on though? He was fully naked, erect with shoes on.
Well, he did have
in between his legs.
Yeah, he was wearing denim jeans cut out with his dick.
That's awesome.
I wish. Okay, so then I would love to have sex with him never nude somehow. Anyway, so go into the bedroom, and like, I don't know how to explain the feeling of wanting to unfuck someone.
I know what that.
Been there, sister. Been there. Every woman has wanted to unfuck somebody.
Yeah.
Some guys, I feel you, but every woman is like, I shouldn't have done that. I got my pussy eaten by somebody who was questionably housed, and I was like, yeah, that's how horny I am.
Nice,
that's how horny I am. Like in a squat house. I'm like, I don't think it's legal for us to be here. Pretty sure I'm getting asbestos poisoning right now as you're fucking me.
And HPV somehow.
That's weirdly not as bad.
Yeah. True. So then we start having sex and he's talking the whole time. And all of a sudden when he's having sex, he has this really high pitched voice.
What kind of talking?
He goes, "Oh yeah? You like this dick?"
So he's like
No.
Mickey Mousing you.
"Oh yeah, you like it in your tight little pussy?" "Oh yeah, you want it
Jesus
harder?"
Christ.
And I literally had to put my hands on his mouth and I was like, "Shut the fuck up." Eric, whatever his name is. I close my eyes, I come, I literally jump off his dick and leave. And he was
How did you come?
Yeah.
because he stopped talking and I just felt like I was just
You were
doing my
so
thing.
horny that it's like you were like a 13-year-old boy where it's like a gust of wind could make
I
you
was
come.
thinking about literally anything else. I was like, my grocery list is so much hotter than this moment. Trader Joe's. Oh, Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's has high sexual frequency.
Oof.
Yeah. There's
Fairly
something,
priced produce. Get the fuck out of here.
there's something sexy
Horny.
about going in that Silver Lake Trader Joe's. You know what I mean? Where people are looking in their baskets. They're like,
Mhm.
ooh, what are you going to eat and then shit out later? It's
Like,
hot.
oh, there's only been one murder here.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You see someone your age, it's on at Trader Joe's every time.
Yeah, but moral of the story is anyone who's like moaning louder or like talking louder than you during sex or getting like weird high pitched voices or saying weird shit, it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
I feel you. Look, I had a not as bad. Your incident sounds borderline
Oh,
traumatic.
Yeah? You like it in your tight little pussy? It's like, oh my god,
And
dude.
he says it like that?
I have a tight little pussy.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Thank you.
but yeah.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, it was so fucking weird. I was like, am I fucking Michael Jackson?
No, yeah, it sounds like you got fucked by Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
I would prefer Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, he's a festive joy. He wouldn't complain as much. How about that?
You guys have the same ears.
Yeah. Do we?
I got.
Do you regret telling us this
This
now?
episode's over.
You just throw the mic down. I years ago I had a situation, not as bad, but somebody loud, where went on a date with this guy a few times. Lovely guy, totally fine. We have sex, and he is yelling, "Oh! Yeah! Oh!" Screaming like crazy. Like he is like Flavor Flav. Just like, I'm like, why are you yelling like you are a hype man right now inside of me? And like he was a bit older than me, and so I just would call him Old Yeller.
Wait. I once
But he
had
wouldn't-
sex with a guy who was twice my age.
Okay.
And he also, I forgot about this until you said this. Thank you for triggering a very painful memory. And he would just, he needed to come like a bear. He'd be like, roar!
Ew! No! What the fuck? He would roar? Oh my
I
god!
really tried to black that out, but
Did
thank
he
you so
explain
much,
it to you?
Nina.
A dormant
But-
memory.
No,
is
he's like, this is my
excavated.
spirit animal, so I feel like we really connect when I come.
He said that.
Yeah.
Those words came out of his
So-
mouth.
And that was the one and only time I had sex with him.
Wow.
Oh yeah, this is the only time I had sex with this guy because he was like yelling. It was just like, oh,
Yeah.
and I'm like, am I throwing your back out by fucking you?
Yeah,
like
like-
this is bad.
Sorry, we're not playing tennis.
Jesus
Calm
Christ,
down,
John
on
McEnroe over
Agassi.
here.
Yeah.
Coming like a bear. I probably come like a hummingbird. I don't make any noise. I'm silent, and swift, and then I'm gone.
An assassin.
Assassin.
Come like a Japanese assassin. No one sees you.
I'm a ninja, dude.
I mean, here the funny thing is like the put upon sexual voices that women do. Like I feel like a little bit I gotta lean into like, you know, because I feel like. But the funny thing
Wow,
is,
that's what you just do, a soft, almost.
no, I'm not trying to get into it, and that you know what I mean. But the funny thing is, if I'm coming by myself, like when I masturbate, I sound like a lunch lady. I'm like, oh yeah, it's gross. But if I'm like with a man, I feel like I'm like, I have to do like the high pitch
Wow.
voices.
I got to get better at the performance art of it.
It's kind of fun because like it's like look, the performative aspect of sex is real. I mean, it's fun to do it, you know, like it's fun to perform a little bit with sex. Not so much so where you're disassociating from yourself, where you're like stepping away from who you are. Like you kind of just lean into like maybe something a little more feminine. I mean, I do have a low voice, so like I feel like in the bedroom I want it to be like a little higher. Actually, speaking of this, it does remind me of this. I dated a guy very briefly who complainer. He was a and he would like he was a Torah teacher. So he was like aggressively Jewish. Like so Jewish. And he's like, well, you know, one time in
I'm
class.
sorry. You just said a Jew who complains? Yeah, so you mean every
Culture.
Jew?
It's
You've
the
dated
culture.
A Jewish man? Okay,
Yes.
go
But he was so I mean whatever. He was a nice guy, but he would talk like, well, you know, when I was this is how he would talk. And I was like, I don't know. But it was it was this time in my life where I needed to get my body touched. It was post breakup, and I was like, I gotta get.
on. Wait, so you were fucking Lewis Black?
Oh no, he wasn't talented. Come on. But it was like we went on a date at this bar, and he was talking like this, and then he was like, "Do you want to?" I live right upstairs. I'm like, "Wow, how convenient that he chose this bar." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do it. We'll go upstairs." So we go to his apartment. We smoke a little bit of weed, and then we get into it. And then I expect it to be like whatever. Like I'm just. His voice shifts down octaves, and he ends up having the sexiest bedroom voice.
Oh,
It was
damn.
shocking. He was like, "Do you like when I do that to you?" And I was just like, I'm wet as fuck. It was so hot. I was like, what the fuck? How do you talk like this and then go like, how do you want me to touch you? I'm like,
And then when you came, you were like, Baruch atah Adonai.
Ava Nagila.
Dude, you ever come so hard you lose balance one time?
Yeah.
I came and fell down one time.
Yeah.
And then had to like I had no confidence to be like, wasn't that fucking weird what just happened? I was like,
Wow.
and said nothing about it. Just like stood up, was like,
Wow.
also,
Sometimes I feel like I come and there's like it's like Fallout, like I'm in Band of Brothers, and I'm like I go deaf for a second, like a bomb just went off.
flashbang.
Yeah.
I love that you fell down after coming. She was your 9/11. You'll never forget her.
And I hurt my knee falling down. Like I hit it on something, and I was like,
You're too young to have a sex injury.
Yeah, you can't be geriatric.
Yeah.
dude, I am.
Geriatric
Not
Gen
funny.
Z.
Yeah, I have the body. We've already been through this of an infant, but also just like the physical capabilities of a 78-year-old. who like did construction for 30 years, so his body's fucked up in weird ways.
Wait, let me ask you this. You're listening to both me and Nina speak right now. Do we have the same voice?
No, you don't.
Really?
I don't think we have the same voice.
Oh,
No.
okay.
But it's similar. But by the way, DR say it's a good voice.
Yeah, it's so hot.
Both-
We
Yeah,
have
both
good
good voices,
voices.
yeah.
We've got, I feel bad for people. I mean, we're in the business of orating, so we should have good voices. But there's some people that I'm like, damn, you got to walk around with that voice all the time. That must be a bummer.
Yeah,
You know,
my
I feel like you actually have a nicer voice than I do. It's a
Really?
bit more feminine. Mine's a
No.
little like grittier. I feel like yours
Yours is very sexy.
yours is very sexy, but it's
Liam,
like more.
I'm gonna ask you to leave. Nina and I have something.
Yeah, I just go down. on you.
Every
I'm like,
time.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I didn't even realize
We're
the cameras were here.
we're so polite. Like, no, let me eat your pussy. No, eat my pussy. No.
Rest of this Patreon episode will be on Patreon for the.
It's $69 the episode.
Every time you do the sex voice on this podcast, I lose focus for like 30 seconds, and I have to come back.
And then
to
you
like,
hurt
what
your
we're
knee.
saying.
Yeah.
Falls down. Liam blacks out. Well, Liam, I got a question for you.
All right, hit me.
Where's the clit?
Where is the clit? This is a fun one.
A legend as
legend.
long as time. The eighth wonder of the world. Introducing the clitoris.
Here, here's the thing. I feel like this is guys.
Here's the thing. It's a fucking myth.
No, we've figured out as a gender where it is because we were getting bullied so long about not knowing where it is.
You poor thing.
Now we know where it is. Now it's like too much, less. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, explain it. You still
No,
haven't
they
gave
figured,
us
they figured out where the clit is. It's right here.
Yeah.
the clit of the mind.
Right here. Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
No, the clit is somewhere near the top of the vagina.
I hate men. I
Sometimes-
swear to God, this is how I know being gay isn't a choice, because at this point I would have chosen it.
You know what's crazy, Leah? I feel like we are the same because I literally have said that. I was like, being gay is biological because if that were so, no one would date men.
Yeah.
We just wouldn't
No
be.
offense, we're just such a better gender.
We smell good. We're soft.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we're nice. We don't kill people.
Well, speak for yourself. Yeah.
you guys will drown a kid every once in a while.
Oh, come on. That was Andrea Yates.
She was
There were
taking a
3
bath.
kids they were first of all, those kids were the spawn of Satan. They weren't really her kids. She had to kill them. It was for a greater good. Would you kill baby Hitler?
Hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly. Maybe she was just killing 3 little baby Hitlers.
Yeah, she might have saved the world from mass extinction.
But we're not going to save you. Explain where the clit is.
All right. Well, first I would have to like break down the structure of vagina. So
Dear
we'll
God.
start with it's in. I find it. I don't know like the terms for different parts of the vagina yet.
I just want to say,
Yet? You're not like fucking 12. What do you mean yet? I haven't learned it yet like it's in school.
the surefire way of knowing someone does not know where the clit is by saying, I find it.
I find it. I search around. It's hidden. It's in there. You have to like whisper. You have to do.
We're not like aliens, like they're out there.
I just do like the parcel tongue from Harry Potter, and until it like the snake comes out of a thing.
How many times have you said that and it's worked?
0. And I'm gonna cut it from the final podcast.
Yeah.
I know where the clit is. I can find it. Just give me 5 more minutes and I'll find it.
It's actually
Give me 25 more hours.
it's funny because it's not hard to find.
No, it's not. I just can't describe it. I said, I don't know
I hate men.
It's tough to describe.
It's hard to make women come. Look, I've tried. I've successfully done it only a few times. It's hard to do. It's hard to do.
It's not hard if the person who's being touched is thinking about something else that's way hotter than what you're doing.
Hence Mickey Mouse voice.
Yeah, or if you've got a earlobe fetish. Just
Mhm.
I mean,
My eyes started twitching as soon as we talked about finding the clit. So I'm like having PTSD.
your spidey senses. I mean, sometimes though, guys will touch areas of you where like, why do you think it's all the way up there? Like, I'll get you like fingered by a guy and then he's like rubbing like my pubic mound. I'm like, what are you doing? Or like going way too deep under. Also,
That's how you know they've like read too many books or watched too many YouTube videos from people that pretend to be like pussy monsters.
oh yeah, and they do like the alphabet with their tongue on your clit. They're like, ugh.
They're like, here's how to make her squirt, and then all he does is like hurt you.
You know,
You're like,
squirt is just piss, right?
yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was like a gland that was being released, and I had this argument with a friend, and he's like, "No, it's just pee. I'm like,
Wait, so you let a man tell you that squirt is urine? Nina.
Well, it's because the funny thing is that he revealed it to me because he thought like a girl was squirting, and he basically found out that she just basically peed in his mouth because it was because he was going down her and she squirted, and then he was like, I'm pretty sure that's just pee, and then he looked it up and he's like, oh, she just peed in my mouth.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the clit.
If a girl ever squirted on me, I think I'd just be so spooked that I would ruin.
Spooked.
Catch me off guard. I'd probably be like,
Liam.
oh.
Liam, are you between the ages of 20 and 25?
Mm-hmm. I'm 23.
Of course.
23?
Mm.
Yeah. Right in the middle. What'd you think?
I don't know. I just had questions.
You have you could be 16, you could be 39.
Dude, a girl said to me the other day, she's like, how old are you? And I said 22. This was like a couple months ago. And she was like, no, you're not. You're either 17 or like 34. And then I was like, oh, that hurt my feelings, both of them. And she was like, well, like 34 is DILF vibes. And then I said, do I have DILF vibes? And she said, no. I was like, you're a rude woman.
I feel like you probably get negged a lot by girls.
Yeah, and they think I'm like.
But then they want to fuck you, actually. But they because you can take it.
No, but I can't. It just hurts my feelings.
Like you're a
nice
comedian.
guy.
Yeah, they're like, oh, you do comedy? Like, and then they'll be like, trying to be like rude and funny, and I'm just like, I'm just gonna go hang out with my boys. I'll go play Madden.
That's so funny that guys see women being funny as rude.
Oh my god, yeah. They're like, God, like, can you be quiet? Can you be nice and quiet?
I'm sorry, can you go stand in the corner or go back to the kitchen? This is like painful, man.
just smile and sit down for Christ's sake.
Yeah, sorry, did you just accurately roast me? Yeah,
Get out of here.
please go back to the basement where you were chained up.
You're showing intelligence? Gross.
I know. This has happened to me before. I feel like this has happened to you as well. I will get hit on by a man because he at a
Never
bar or
happened to me
whatever.
before. Yeah, go on.
At a bar, party, or whatever, comes up to me because he's physically attracted to me. Okay, comes up, hey, what's up? Starts talking to me. I say something witty. Maybe I say a word that's 3 syllables, and I see the light in his eyes leave, and he's like,
His soul leaves his body.
I don't want this. Like, I see any slight personality. Like, I'm like, oh, it's because I'm being clever or so. Like, he's like, or maybe I'm being annoying. I'm not really sure, but it's just
better if you're a vacant shell, Nina. Haven't you learned?
yes. I know.
I just turned into a prepubescent boy, so I'm speaking from a man's perspective.
Haven't you learned? Well, I guess the clit is still a mystery. We'll never find it out. Sorry.
I heard if you fly Spirit Airlines, you can find it in Timbuktu. That's where I heard the clit is. It's like Carmen Sandiego. You just never know.
Sometimes there's bigger clits too. Do you remember China's clit?
Who's China?
The female wrestler,
Oh.
R.I.P.
Never heard of her.
Wow. All
Massive
right. Well, you
clit.
guys should massive clit because she was doing a lot of steroids, so it actually increases the size of your clit. So you could probably find that one, buddy.
Nice. You ever seen a clit scrolling through
The wild?
just in the wild, and it's so big it almost looks like a penis?
Yes, it does. Well, because that's what a clit is. It's like a tiny little penis under a hood.
That's wild.
It's really bizarre.
I am ready to wrap this one.
Yeah, I know. Hey, great.
And by wrap it, I mean the tiny penis. In a condom.
In a condom to fuck it. It's hot. We love a tiny penis. Okay. Anal. Yes or no? Now, to each his own. I mean, that's a hard thing to first of all, anal in me, I gotta say, I am pretty ambivalent to it. I'd say guys are so excited about it. I'm like, all right. But I wouldn't, I have no strong feelings about it either way. I really don't. I'm down to do it. It's kind of hot, but it's a lot of preparation for it, and you got to do all this stuff, and it's kind of annoying. But boy, do you guys get excited about it. So I feel like, why not throw him a bone, or in this case, throw him your asshole. That's how I feel.
Yeah, so I'm an anal virgin.
Why?
Wow. She's a nice Jewish girl. Okay?
Yeah.
What?
Duh. That's exactly.
That's the opposite of what Mormons do. They're like, fuck me in the ass. God doesn't know. It's
Literally,
like the loophole
I went
of
to
God.
school in Virginia, and all these girls were like, "We're virgins." I'm like, "Didn't you just say you got fucked in the ass last night?" And they're like, "Yeah, but that's still a virgin in God's eyes."
Isn't that crazy how that's so much more intense?
I'm like, "You're way more of a whore than I am."
That's
Let me
a
just say that.
crazy thing to be like. Getting fucked in the ass to me is it is like an Olympic challenge. And I've only let a few people fuck me in the ass, and they were all like boyfriends, like partners. That I'm like, okay, because it's very intimate. I think it's very intimate, and it can be really sexy. But it's like something. It's like going beyond what is kind of obvious. You know, it's like it's being sexually explorative with somebody that you trust and love.
I'm saving my anal virginity for marriage.
Okay,
It's
that's fair.
It's my dowry. I'm just saving it for my husband because I've got
That's-
nothing else to give him.
That's super fair. I have nothing to give them.
See, she's a lady. Nina.
Yeah.
She's.
Did I ever say that I was?
lady. Yeah, I'm
That's why
saving
she has a
my
nicer
asshole for
voice.
marriage.
So she has a nicer voice, and I sound like I work at a railroad track. I get it.
Nina got fucked in the ass and it affected her vocal cords.
The cock was so big. You know who you are.
Yeah, so my anus is perfect. Thank you.
So is mine. And I've never done anal.
You don't
don't-
seem like an anal virgin to me.
I'm gay.
Just a
Like,
regular
Earlobes like that?
Yeah.
You're telling me you're an anal virgin with those earlobes.
Dude, I go to the bathhouse and just get tossed around by 93
Too
year old.
tall to get tossed around.
By like old Russian men who
Yeah.
are plotting.
Yeah.
Wearing those cute little hats.
I will say, the closest I've come to anything going inside my asshole was
A gerbil,
A
like
gerbil.
Richard Gere.
that's true.
No,
right?
What?
that's not true.
It's not.
It's not.
Oh.
But I will perpetuate the lie.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so what's the closest you've gotten?
No, just this girl I used to hook up with used to grab my ass during sex, and I would have to correct it every time she touched my ass. 'Cause I was just like, I don't-
Correct it? What do
I
you
was just like, nah, like,
Wait,
nah.
she just would squeeze your butt?
Yeah, I wasn't into it,
Oh
dude.
God, that feels like homosexual repression.
It
If you can't
does.
even have somebody touch your
But
butt.
I wasn't into it. I was like, this is
Yeah, but
weird.
there's a reason why guys have anal sex, and no one would be gay if anal sex didn't feel good for men. You know, and it's like the prostate's there, so it feels good. So like there are some guys that are very comfortable with their sexuality. I'm not naming who they are or are not.
Liam.
And and like I had some guys who really wanted me to put a finger in their butt.
Oh yeah.
I'm
Have
sure
you?
I'll try it eventually. I'm just not there yet.
So you've never put your penis in a woman's asshole?
Nope.
Do you want to?
Not really.
Ever?
I know a bunch of guys like you, Liam, who are just like, "What's the? I'm
Yeah.
good." I'm
Like
good."
take it or leave it. See, I feel like take it or leave it. To me, it's like, It's like it's not really.
You're like, take it.
I have more strong opinions about Diet Pepsi versus Diet Coke than I do about anal. Like I'm like, nah, not really. It's okay. I feel like it's just really for the guy. Like that's why it's like for a partner. Like a boyfriend of mine is like, I just really want to do this. I'm like, you know what? Like this will make you happy. I don't know. Sometimes, I give you, anal sex. You like buy me a nice pair of shoes. I feel like that's a good trade,
Okay, that's not prostitution at all.
It's fine. It's a trade.
It's a barter, mate.
It is a barter. It's not
Arr.
cash in hand. It's shoes on feet. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a little different.
It's an economy.
Yeah,
Have
and
you-
then you resell them for cash. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, on Poshmark.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to take it a little step further, how do you feel about ass eating then? Let's take.
Yeah, I've had my ass eaten by a guy who was a self-proclaimed ass man. Let me
Okay.
just tell you, when we got down to business, not an ass man.
How so?
All right, so he went down on me. I came, and then he.
This is an audio medium, so Leah put up air quotes, which means she faked an orgasm.
It's just like at a certain point, it's like, what are we gonna do? Be here all night? Like it's just not gonna happen.
I do feel like faking an orgasm is gaslighting. It's like, why would I say that this feels good to you? Well, I'll do.
I almost never. But it was literally 25 minutes, and I wanted to go home.
I do a fake. I've only done fake orgasms with people that I probably won't sleep with again, just to kind of get it over with. But if it's somebody that I'm gonna date, I'm just I'd rather just I just didn't come this time. It's fine, it's not. Or if they're down there and they're not doing anything, I just get on up.
But the thing is that
Let's wrap it up.
It wasn't his fault. I had used a very powerful tool to masturbate.
What are we talking here?
Just my back.
A blender.
My back massager. Yeah,
handheld blender.
My back massager has never seen my back, And so it's
prosthetic leg.
he just stood no chance. And I didn't want him to think he was doing a bad job. It was just you're not a machine.
Well,
if you were a
sometimes
robot.
Yeah, you're also not in the headspace. And look, they talk about whiskey dick, but whiskey clit is a thing.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Oh, whiskey clit. I've just been a little too drunk. I'm I just can't come. I just can't.
Mm.
I don't know. I've been there. No?
Well,
Okay.
Well, anyway,
Yeah.
moral of the story is, yes. So Nina's alone on this one, But okay, so he like he flips me over and I'm like, no, I'm good. Like I don't know what's happening. He's like, no, I just want to taste. And I was like, oh.
What is this, Baskin Robbins? I just want to taste.
And I-
What the-
and I'm
God, that made me viscerally uncomfortable.
Yeah.
It's a cracker and cheese at Ralph's.
Oh, you do get a sample? Can I get a?
Yeah, and I was like, of what? And he was like, your butthole. And I was like, oh fuck. So then he takes like one lick and he stands up straight like he's late for a flight. He like makes a beeline to the bathroom. I'm like, is everything okay? And he's like, yeah, I just got some butt on my nose.
Wait, what?
And I'm like, I'm sorry, my guy. You said you were an ass man. You proclaimed this was your job. Like, that's like a garbage man complaining about getting a little trash on their hands. You know? That's
Yeah.
like a beekeeper complaining about getting stung.
Yeah, it's a part of the job description.
But to be fair, I shouldn't have shit on his face. You know, I cleaned it over. He came over and like tried to kiss me. I was like, you get that shit eating grin out of here.
Yeah, get out of here. You like it. I don't, sir. I feel like eating ass, I don't know. I'm kind of into it. It's fun to be done to you. And some guys are so into it. It's like, I just feel like if they're turning my body into a dang carnival, go for it. Let's go. I don't know.
It just seems like they're trying to make me a meme.
Yeah, or it's like, it's like popular. It's in the zeitgeist. Like
right.
sometimes ass eating, I'm like, do you actually genuinely want to do this? Or it's just like,
I'm like, who is this for?
you're driven by the TikTok culture.
Yeah, I'm like, do you need to talk about this on a podcast?
Yeah. Anyway, I was eating this girl's ass. I stood up like I was late for a flight because I got a little ass on my nose. Jeez.
Got a little ass on my nose.
So, okay, have you ever eaten ass, Liam?
No.
What?
Liam, you're so white.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you can eat some more ethnic. You gotta eat
I grew up
some ass.
Irish Catholic, dude. I was
and
late to
it showed.
jerking off. I was like, I'm never gonna do it.
Late to jerking
I'm
off.
a man of
I'm
God.
never
Funny.
gonna. I'm a man of the cloth.
I will not jerk off, and then one day I'm just gonna buy an AK.
How old
like the
were
only-
you when you jerked off?
Yeah, because the only person who can
Uh,
jerk you off is the priest, and we
exactly.
understand that.
Yes, you save yourself for the priest. Like you're saving yourself for your husband. You got to save your
Yeah.
dick for the priest.
I was like 14, but like close. That's pretty late for a dude.
Yeah.
I had friends that were coming in 4th grade being like, yeah, I jerked off, and I'd be like, what the fuck? Like,
We're not friends anymore.
Yeah, I was
Dennis.
I was humping the edge of a chair by like 11.
I literally talk about how no like arm of a couch was safe. I was like, I would straddle it and be like, when I was 3, 4, hump the ground.
Jeez.
I'm the reason why I host this podcast is because I'm dangerously horny. It's bad.
You were born horny.
I'm
horny.
I'm borny, dude. I'm fucking. It's wild. Like I get like crazy in the eyes where I'm like, I get mad horny. It's bad. It's bad. Sometimes I have to like go home to masturbate. I'm like, I have to go home. It's just
You can't come in public bathrooms. Come on, Nina.
Have
Grow
you?
up.
Have you guys?
what?
What?
My friends used to jerk
That's
off at school.
illegal.
You guys ever do that?
What?
My friends used to jerk off at school. And then like come in and be like bragging about
But that makes sense because I feel like a little boy. I actually want the little boys to jerk off in school because then they're
That was
liable.
a weird sentence. Nina.
You can isolate that audio and use it for whatever you need to. I feel like if you're 12 years old and you are being cursed by boners just like repetitiously throughout the day, you have to quell them. I understand. So I masturbate before I go out at night sometimes so I'm not liable fucking a man in cargo shorts. You got to get the demons out. That's why I masturbate. It's not even for pleasure. It's like I have to do it so I like don't lose my mind.
Hysteria.
I have hysteria. Yeah, I would be thrown into a sanitarium if this was like 40 years ago. They'd be like, a woman with her own sexual agency? She's the devil.
Nina just chokes guys out at the bar if she hasn't masturbated twice in one day.
Yeah, I get like blind with rage.
Drags them into the bathroom.
She's only killed 3 people by it.
It's fine. It's fine. Well, God, I can't believe you guys know anal play at all for eating.
Dude,
You
no.
guys. I mean, I put a finger in a guy's ass. I mean, I've eaten a guy's ass before.
I don't
That's
think
so
I've ever
crazy
eaten a
to me.
booty.
It's like, well, it was a boyfriend I was with for like several years, and like it was fun, and he took a shower. It's fine. I don't know. I don't really.
Nina, just make it okay for yourself. It's
I
fine.
know. I feel like I'm being fucking judged by these fucking God.
By these white people.
Yeah, Jesus. Sorry, I'm sexually explorative. Sorry, I've let a questionably housed person eat my pussy because I was so horny in New Orleans. Okay.
In New Orleans?
What?
What?
What does shoes
Am I
look like?
shouting truths right now?
Wait, Nina,
What?
that makes it so much worse.
I was in the 9th ward
He-
too, and then I was like, I don't think he was allowed to live here. It was like a squat house.
It wasn't questionably unhoused.
Him and his friends were occupying a condemned home in the 9th ward of where Katrina hit the hardest. I was on acid. It was Halloween.
And then you
Was it
were-
how close
yeah.
to Katrina was it?
The year of Katrina. That was. I mean, it was like
Because if it's
years
right after, then it's not his fault. But if you're talking like 2
Oh, we're
years,
talking years later.
Wow.
this is 2020.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
this was like 5 years ago, 4 years ago.
And then Nina squirted all over him. They were like, Katrina again!
I was so horny. I was on psychedelics too, so I was just like, "This is fine." And then I got there. I'm like, then when I woke up in the morning, I was like, "I don't think this is okay." And then I like got into an Uber and was like, blocked his number.
They're like, you have a cell phone?
Yeah, it was shot. I got hit on by a man who was homeless, and he was like, "Can I get your number?" And then I was like, "Do you even have a phone?" And then he got very offended.
As he should, dude. That was-
And he was like, should we go back to your place or my tent?
And I'm like, "Let me see that tongue."
He's
All
like,
right,
do you like
let's go.
camping?
Do you like camping and the smell of humans intense? You're gonna love my place, dude.
All right, well, I guess anal no for you guys, and yes for me. All right.
It's a resounding yes.
First of all, you guys have never even fucking done it, so I can't
it's true.
even. Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
are fucking.
Who knows? Maybe it's my thing. Maybe all of these are my thing.
Maybe you do it, and then you're like, "Oh, this is cool. I like this."
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be crazy if Liam just turned out to be gay? He's like, wait, anal's awesome.
I'm like, dude, fucking thank God for this podcast. I had no idea.
This is fun.
Yeah.
Oh, guys, we have our final question.
What's the question?
It's for you, Leah.
Oh.
What is the key to foreplay? Bow, chicka, ow, wow. I feel like we gotta insert like a Barry White kind of bass. in
Okay,
there.
the key to foreplay.
Yes.
First step
Wow.
to foreplay.
And I added this question today because I'm genuinely curious.
Well, I'm not going to give you a real answer you can use unless you can. So the first step to foreplay is obviously getting into a woman's mind.
By manipulation.
Yes. So neg the shit out of her, make her feel super insecure. No. So I think the first thing is make a woman feel really comfortable, because you only have good sex if she feels totally comfortable, which means complimenting a woman. I literally just had to tell a guy that I was dating. I was like, would it kill you to maybe say like, you're so beautiful? Like,
Thank you. Oh my God. Why is it so hard for men to fucking vocalize? Like,
That's gay as fuck, dude.
it's so insane. I literally would be like, can you just like say I'm pretty? And it's like when? Like when it strikes you? I don't know.
yeah, it's like, is
And
it
then-
so hard to find me attractive?
And they say it like they're swallowing a vitamin. Like all of a sudden it's like, you look really pretty. I'm like, are you okay? Are you
Yeah.
bummed
Or
that you said that?
or they're or they're like in sex ed and they're like, you're like really pretty.
yeah, they're like,
It's like,
you're
what?
really pretty, no homo.
Yeah.
And then they push you against the wall.
Yeah, it's so uncomfortable. It's like, just compliment a woman. Like, if I'm getting naked in front of you, you should be excited and honored. Also, because you're about to get some. So wouldn't you want to have better sex? AKA just make a woman feel excited to be with you. Because if you're not saying anything to her, then she honestly probably already wants to go home and is regretting it. And the last thing you want is telling her friends that she regrets having sex with you.
This is very, very good advice. I feel like a lot of guys, this is a big thing too, just in terms of numbers. When a woman is single, she's getting hit on by a lot of people.
Yeah.
You're getting compliments by so many people. Guys that are courting you, random guys. They're telling you you're pretty, whatever, all this
Men
stuff.
on the street.
Yes, literally men on the street. When you commit to a man, he then actually has the burden of responsibility for being kind of the only one that's telling you that you're pretty. Except for random guys in the
That
street,
you
because that
know
will
of,
always
yeah.
happen. Yeah. But I mean, that's like, it kind of gets reduced to that. Like when I was like single, I was like, I was like dating around everything. It's like, I felt like so confident because I was like being told I was attractive by so many different guys that I was like random guys I was seeing or whatever, little crushes here and there. And then you relegate yourself to like a dude. And then you're like, can you just like pick up the fucking slack and tell me that I'm attractive or that you like, Because they can say like, but I love you. Come on, I love it. It's like I think guys, it's really hard for them. The courting process, I think, is hard for men verbally, and they kind of almost want to skip when they find a girl that they love. They just almost want to skip to the we've been married for 20 years part, where they don't want to do anything except for they want to bang, but they don't really want to like take you out on a date, say that you're pretty, say that you like, and women love specificity. So, man, if you're gonna compliment a woman, don't just say you're pretty, and don't just be like you got nice eyes. I'm like, I know, but don't like just say something really specific. It's so helpful. You know, when a guy says like you have like I love the way that your like hips are shaped or something like that, you're like very specifically.
That's so funny because
complimenting a
for
woman.
me that would make me be like, what's weird about my hips? Why am like
Really?
what? Yeah, I'd be like, what are other women's hips like?
What? No, I mean they could say like, or they're like, oh, you have fantastic legs or something like that. It's like the very specific compliment. I feel like goes so much longer than a generic one that you can just say to any girl, you know? Because then I don't feel like it's creative.
No, that's fine. But I will take a you're so beautiful as long as it feels authentic.
Yes.
You know, like, wow, you're so gorgeous. Like, you know, I can't believe I'm inside you. Don't ever say that.
Yeah.
That's the last thing
Imagine
I
a
would
man
hear.
is inside you and he's like, it's just a pleasure to be here.
Like,
I'm having
oh,
a
dear
tremendous time in your
Yeah.
pussy right now.
Wow.
Next time a girl gets naked from me, I'm just gonna yell "Gee whiz" at the top. Of my
Oh,
lungs.
gee whiz.
Gee whiz, nice rack, lady.
And this is how we found out Liam is actually a virgin. Okay, so no, but here's the other thing. There's a book I recommend to men called She Comes First.
Yes.
Not
And-
reading it. Tell you right now.
Look, the thing is that like if you want to have sex with a woman just one time, fine. But if you're looking for a repeat customer, you want to make sure that you are taking care of your lady friend as best you can, which means complimenting them, making sure she comes, like really paying attention to her needs, her wants. Ask her what she wants. Ask her. Pick up on the cues, like watch her physical cues. And I say this because, you know, if a woman doesn't come, she's probably not coming back. That's number
True.
one. Right. And then, yeah. And then number two, like we said before, if she feels super comfortable, like you're going to have way better sex.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. She's going to like go above and beyond to please you. Like whenever a
Yeah.
guy pleases me, and also when he when a man prioritizes like me coming,
Mhm.
then it's like, okay, like I'm going to serve you because
And
you're
also-
serving me. So then it's like, I'm going to give you the executive blowjob order. I'm going to give you like,
Mhm.
we're going to do it. And it's just, it's so much sexier. You end up having better sex. I think sometimes people sex where it's just like there's no performative aspect of it, where it's just kind of like I'm just trying to come, is so boring. Like it's not the only time I really feel like really present is like while having sex. I feel like everything, like I'm having such a good time when I'm having good sex. It's like being on stage. It's like the bet, like when you're really present. If you're having a good time on stage, you're in the flow state. It's the same thing with sex. Like you're just like this, I'm really here. Like there's nothing I'm thinking about except for this moment. You know, it feels like meditative when you're having great sex. It feels fucking spiritual when you're having good sex. When you're having sex with somebody you love and it's like incredible, you're like, take me to fucking church. This is so good. It's like, it feels like monumental.
I just got so sad because I've never experienced that ever in my life. Sounds great though.
But you're young. You're young. You
Yeah,
will.
you've got time.
You're good. You're at
But also the best part about it, if you do it correctly, is that all of her friends know that you specifically are good in bed.
oh my God. Yes.
You are known as a legend, a king.
Also, you don't even have to be really attractive. Like I've dated guys that like physically initially I'm like, nah, but this guy's like funny and he's like pretty cool. And then he takes me on a date and we end up hooking up and he is just a savant in the bedroom. And then I'm like, we're good. I've dated guys that are not traditionally attractive because they are incredible in bed.
Well, so the other thing I'll say is be fun.
Oh my God, always
Like
be
have fun. Like so the first time I had sex with this one guy that I really liked, I had COVID.
You're a super spreader, and I mean that in a
the
double
bedroom.
entendre.
Okay.
A double entendre.
Yeah, so and he knew, like we were both aware that I had COVID. And this is the first time I had sex with this guy. We were so horny for each other, like we just really wanted to have sex, and we've been dating for a minute. I showed up in a hazmat suit. I'm not joking. I cut a hole in the crotch of a hazmat suit.
This is how Latter-day Saints fuck. Don't they do it through a sheet?
Well, also like Hasidic Jews. I think, you know.
Exactly. There you
And
go.
then I wore 2 masks. He wore 2 masks, and we opened the door and just had sex like in fresh air, basically, with double masks, and he didn't get COVID.
This is fun.
And I was like, I gotta come back.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It was really fun.
I've had, oh man, good sex. I had really fun sex with this guy where we were in my apartment and it was really cold. My pilot light went out. And so I was like, I have these coats. And so we both wore my fur coats and we fucked while wearing these fur coats.
That sounds
Sick.
so nice.
It was great.
Yeah, this one guy, when I lived in Brooklyn, he lived in Bushwick, and this was like before Bushwick was safe.
Yeah.
Before Bushwick was white as fuck.
Yes.
And gentrified. Jesus Christ. And this guy dressed like a medieval warlock. Like he had a waxed handlebar mustache and like a bouffant, and he would wear a cape and just be naked underneath it. And he had like one long fingernail, and he didn't even do coke or play the guitar. It was just very odd. And
See, this guy sounds like he's so good at smashing pussy.
Oh my-
Like, of course.
he's European. He would eat me. I don't think I've ever been wetter. Like in my just thinking about it. I gotta go. I gotta make a
Yeah.
But
You gotta go to the bathroom and
like right
masturbate.
now, yeah. Honestly, like that was probably the best sex I've ever had in my life was with this guy. And I mean, he was a monster. And he would make ghost songs for us to have sex to by rubbing a skull and a crystal together. And he'd be like, "This one's for all the ghosts and the trees and the ghouls and the breeze." And I would be humping.
Whoa, yo,
Yes,
whoa.
Daddy.
Wait.
No, this is what's fucked up. We will have sex with mentally ill people.
Yeah.
I've had
But
sex.
it's so hot.
That's the fucked up thing. No, I do have a
foreplay. Yeah, make me a ghost song, bitch.
I do have a joke about this, but the best sex you ever have is like with a total loser, like scrub fucking loser with like nothing to offer, somebody who's like borderline like mentally challenged.
Mhm.
Or somebody who is just schizophrenic, like somebody who is like fully
Wait.
mentally ill. And I've had like some of the best sex I've had is like with people that are like they're fully insane, like fully crazy. And then I feel bad. I'm like, am I taking advantage of this person? Are they aware that I am a human woman they're having sex with?
No, that actually makes
That's
sense.
interesting. I've never had sex with someone that I would say is below my regular standards, but I will say,
Wow. Okay. I don't know why.
We'll just go fuck ourselves, Leah. That's
no.
You've never had sex with somebody that was below your pay grade?
The only one night stand I ever had was with that guy,
Wait,
quote unquote Eric.
the only one night stand you've ever had?
Yeah.
You've never had a. What?
Yeah, I've only
One
had
night
sex
stands
with,
are
like,
fanta-
partners.
Oh, one night stands are fantastic.
And
They're fun.
But it's like I'd known that guy and we'd been on many dates, and it's like I would have had sex with him. I tried to have sex with him again, but he was so hurt that I left immediately after coming. I'm telling him to shut the fuck up that we never had sex.
Well, you didn't want to have sex with that guy.
No.
Again.
But I was horny. But and I didn't. I was very desperate at that moment. But that was like, I guess I don't know if that's like what you consider a one night stand. So the only person I had sex with one time.
A one night stand is, I would define it by, there's a few different definitions. I would say you meet that person that night, you have sex with them. That's a one night stand.
Okay.
And then you don't continue to see them.
Okay.
Because it's one night. I've had sex with people where like I met a guy that night, we had sex, then we actually ended up like dating, and then we like ended up hanging out for like months. You know, I would not consider that a one night stand because then there was a progression of time had,
Well, then
had
I've
occurred.
never had a one night stand.
I've had some of the best, like some of like the funnest sexual experiences I've had were like with one night stands. Cause like it's fun because it's so. I don't really have time to like go on a date sometimes. Like with the online dating thing, it's like, okay, we got to talk over this drink. I'm gonna be like, oh, cool. So what did your sister major in? Like I'm just like, I'm asking questions I don't even care about. I'm like, they don't even care about. We're like talking. We're both like gesturing like we care about what we're talking about. But at the end of the day, we just need to get our body touched so we have oxytocin like in our brain so we don't jump off a bridge. And so there's something so honest about a one night stand where somebody sees you, you see them, you make eyes at them, they come up to you, you talk for a little bit, and it's just this like sexual exchange. You go to their place or they go to yours, and you just have so much fun, and like there's like no inhibitions, and then you just are like, all right, I bid you adieu.
I can't believe you haven't had a one night stand. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem crazy.
No,
to me.
women, I a lot
College?
of
Like-
women don't have one
No.
night stands.
Hmm.
It's when did you lose your virginity? May I ask? You can also
17.
Okay, yeah, that's normal.
Same.
15.
Wow.
Yeah, horny. Too horny. Too horny, dude.
Followed
Too
up
horny to
15.
function.
I was too horny. I'm so horny. I make bad choices like all the time. It's not good. I told my psychologist, I was like, I think I'm a sex addict. She's like, I don't think you are. Like, do you like just rant? I'm like, no, I just like I'm horny a lot. She's like, it's probably something deeply psychological where you want love. I'm like, the other one was more fun. The one I suggested that I'm just a sex addict is more fun than you being like, it's probably because of your trauma. I'm like, okay, cool. Thanks. Here's some money.
Do you guys get post-nut clarity too? Is that a girl thing?
Always.
Yeah.
You know what? That's why I broke up with the guy I was dating. I was like, oh, I'm not attracted to this person at all. I could not come. Like, even when he went to come kiss me, I felt a level of disgust that literally felt like rape.
It's very interesting how you mentioned that like a little earlier on too, of like you want to give someone a chance. Like I've had
he
the
was so nice to me.
Oh man, I've had guys where it's like they are so kind, fully courted me, taking me out to like wonderful dinners, smart, like lovely, great personality, total gentleman, great job, like good guy, like would be a fantastic husband, father. And I'm just like, I can't, there's nothing here. I have no, there's no chemistry.
Wow.
It's sad. You like want so badly for it to work, and they like you so much, and then you're like, oh, and you like me, and you're respectful, and like you're gonna make another girl really happy. Like, good for you know.
Isn't it sad? The bare minimum. I'm just like, oh, and he was nice. It's like, oh fuck.
That's a baseline.
Yeah.
Okay, because earlier, so you like mean guys. You get tricked by mean guys.
I think I'm changing now, but when I start noticing, I used to love bad boys, like the guy who's mean to everyone else except for me, which you don't realize is he's gonna turn mean on you at some point.
Oh, see, I feel like I've been in that situation, and it's very toxic, but it feels special.
Right.
It's like when a guy's like, he's an asshole to everyone, but he's like, but I treat you really well. I'm like, I'm the special one.
Yeah, and then he puts his cigarette on your lap. Yeah. Like, oh my god, thank you. It hurts. But yeah, I don't know. I've started to attract and be attracted to more nice guys, quote unquote.
Good.
If you will. Some of them are beta males, if you will. I know we don't like probably using the alpha beta situation, but a lot of people do discuss it that way. And I think a lot of men that I've dated have huge egos.
Oh, I didn't think you were going to say that.
No. And bank accounts. Okay, am I right? No, really, really big egos. And I think because of hookup culture and Tinder culture and like online dating, it makes men think that the possibilities are endless. And if they can get you, who else can they get?
And gamifies dating.
And it makes it seem like nothing's ever good enough or no one's ever good enough. And so someone might be nice at first, but it's like, how long can they keep that act up? Is it an act, or are they actually nice? Do they actually care about you? And you find that out like probably around the 2-month mark, maybe 1.5 months mark, because people can't keep up the facade that long, especially if they are like, oh, I got this amazing person. Can I get someone even more amazing? And it's like, no, bitch, do you realize you just made it to the top of the mountain? Sorry. No, but I think when someone starts to turn mean or starts showing you their true colors, I see that now and I move on.
Oh yeah, there's like it's funny. This is the range of my personality. To quote Maya Angelou, she's literally, she says, when somebody shows you their true colors, believe them.
Yeah,
we don't. We make a lot of excuses for people's behavior because we like them or we feel connection, and we've all done. I think men and women like just universally will do it. We make excuses for people because we want there to be a connection. We want there to be something like stronger. You're like, oh, I just really like this person, but like they don't seem to like show me too much attention or care or whatever it may be, but like they're probably just busy or this or and I'm like done doing that. Like I think also it's like making excuses for people is just, you're gonna just get your heart broken. So you just have to like, it's just listening to literally what people are saying and doing and telling you, because they'll tell you. I mean, they'll either tell you directly or indirectly or subconsciously. You just have to kind of like be like, pretty sure this isn't gonna be a thing. Well, wow. I think we gave a lot of great advice.
A lot of good advice. I learned a lot. Today was more informative episodes for me. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my God. Nina.
Okay, good. Honestly, I had too many brain cells up there. Did you see me just quote Maya Angelou for a second? I gotta
fucking read before I come back to this podcast. I quoted Louis C.K. on the first fucking
and I was like, well, I think we gotta cut that out, Leah. I'm pretty sure we don't want people to
keep it.
Keep it. Anyway, my boy Joe Rogan. Well, this was really, really fun. I feel like we did. I feel like I learned a lot. Actually, I feel like I revealed too much, which is pretty much every episode. I get like just fearful stares from the guest and from Liam being like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm not
I
okay."
feel like a pussy now. After
Yeah,
that.
I think it was
don't-
the unhoused person eating your pussy.
That was great.
You know.
That was fun.
He was.
That was
It was
fun.
under a roof.
Well,
It was caved in, but whatever.
Katrina
Covered
was
in
fucked
needles,
up.
but-
dude.
I wasn't like trying to like meet his parents or anything like that. It's not a big deal. It was a one night. Look, if anything, I'm doing something more for the community than you guys are doing.
That's
we
true.
both
You're
had a
giving
good,
back. Yeah,
we had a good time. It's fine.
it's like a soup kitchen type deal, except for you just getting head.
This is volunteer work.
Well, Leah, thank you so much for joining
thank you.
us.
You guys,
You're
thank you so
hilarious.
much
You're
for having me.
gorgeous. You're glowing. Yeah, you're great. Your voice is nice. You have a great outfit on. You're hilarious. Where can they find you?
Oh, you can find me on the internet on Instagram at Leah Lamarr, LeahLamarr. My website is also leahlamar.com. So you can find show dates there. Also on my Instagram, same as my Twitter. My TikTok is Leah Lamarr with 5 R's. Don't ask why. And that's where you can find me on the internet. And
Well-
my podcast, Real Time Crime, on iHeartRadio. You can listen wherever you listen to podcasts, and that's it.
We'll follow Leah because you're really funny and I love everything you post. It's great. And your stand up is it's fantastic.
That's
So if you have an opportunity to see her live, do so.
Definitely.
Thank you for joining us on Girls on Guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me on Guys Not on Girls.
All right, get out of here. I got to go
Okay,
eat
love you.
Leah
Bye.
out.
I'm gonna turn off the camera.
Oh.